Welcome back to Womb Healing 101. This is episode 10. Yay! Thank you for everyone that has been watching these series and engaged with them. And yeah, just share them and spread the wonderful, magical wisdom that is womb healing. With this series, my aim has really been to break down all the different facets and layers and understandings and viewpoints, and we can understand this really deep and potent modality that I choose to bring my service through to this world. I really am in deep devotion to every single woman and every single womb on this planet. It is my deepest goal to awaken every single womb on this planet, or as many as possible. So thank you for being here, being a part of this community, and helping me make that happen. I want to chat about hormones. So hormones, I really see them as the waters of this body, the sacred waters. And so just like a pool of water, a drop in that water has this ripple effect outwards. And so what else is connected to the waters of our psyche? Our emotions. And so hormones and emotions go hand in hand. They cannot be separated. They really work so deeply together because our emotional state informs the chemical state of our body. Okay, emotions have chemical imprints and chemical signatures in the body. Happiness equals dopamine equals serotonin equals oxytocin, right? But all these different emotions have these different combinations of hormonal chemicals that operate and flow throughout the body, being released through the pineal gland and pituitary gland. And so when we, for prolonged periods of time, feel, say, negative emotions or stress onto the body, this is also going to have a ripple effect on our hormones, because the chemical profile of the body is not suitable for fertility, for making a baby. And so that's really what it all comes down to. We have to remember that the hormonal profile of the female body at its prime is set up to produce a baby. When there is stress in the body says, okay, this is clearly not a great time to bring a baby into this world. The body is so intelligent. It's to shift the hormone levels to try compensate, because the body is always trying to maintain balance. It is called homeostasis. So anytime one chemical is released, another chemical is released to help balance it out. So if we are experiencing stress, the body starts to release cortisol. Cortisol doesn't create stress. Cortisol is your body's way of trying to manage the stress. The stressor comes from your environment. It too has a ripple effect within the chemical hormonal profile of the body. Cortisol is actually made from the constituents of progesterone. So when the body produces cortisol, it decreases the amount of progesterone that is available. What do we need progesterone for? Progesterone is super important in the second half of the cycle for building up the endometrium lining. So we have estrogen being the dominant hormone at the first half of the cycle during follicular and ovulation. Once ovulation is passed, the body says, okay, this egg wasn't fertilized, so now the endometrium lining needs to be built up, which releases the egg in the form of the period. Progesterone is then the dominant hormone, takes over from estrogen after ovulation, so during luteal phase. Progesterone is also a really important hormone for anti-anxiety, anti-depression. It is the calming hormone, the self-soothing, regulating hormone. And it allows for us to come into our internal world, whereas estrogen is more externally focused. Our hormonal profile really makes up who we are on a daily basis. How we feel about ourselves, how we present ourselves in the world, the levels of confidence, the way we're able to express. These are all dependent on our hormonal profile. And so I love to work with hormones through the lens of the energetic, the lens of the spiritual, because for me, it's much easier to understand the energetics than try to go into the complicated medical science. So important that we don't place all our trust into doctors, into gynaes to tell us what is going on with us. We have the power to take charge of our own health. That I'm doing this series is to help you take charge of your own womb health, your own menstrual cycle health, so that you can ultimately achieve optimal health. Just because you're not sick doesn't mean that you're optimally healthy. Our period is a really great indicator of our hormones. It is a really great messenger that really shows us on a monthly basis what are our hormones doing. You know, the length of your cycle, the length of your luteal phase particularly will tell you a lot about the health of your progesterone, the color of your blood, the consistency of your blood. Is it clumps? Is it clear, free-flowing, beautiful crimson blood? What does your period look like? And so using this data, we can get clues and deeper knowledge into the health of our bodies. So often women are told, if you want to balance your hormones, go on the pill. If you want to stop having heavy periods, go on the Mirena. This is actually completely incorrect science, and the fact that doctors are telling women to take hormonal birth control as a way of regulating their hormones is actually a scam and completely inaccurate. Hormonal birth control does not regulate your hormones, does not fix your hormonal imbalance. Can we please get this right? Can we please understand this? Birth control acts as a band-aid and a mask of the symptoms of your natural cycle. Birth control works by suppressing ovulation. Only way that our bodies can make hormones is through the menstrual cycle, is through the process of ovulation. We are not ovulating like when we are on birth control. Our bodies are not able to produce these hormones that are super fucking vital for not just the menstrual cycle, not just your libido, every single process in your body, from heart health to neuron connections to brain health to lung health to the way that your blood flows to the way that your heart beats to your immune system to your gut health to your liver functions. Your hormones really are needed by every single part of your body. And so by taking hormonal birth control, we're not just raising our cycle, because that's pretty much what it does. It deletes the cycle, it erases the period, and it makes your body pretty much seem like a postmenopausal woman's body from the inside. Actually starts to degrade your health on a really serious level that is not actually spoken about enough. Estrogen, for example, is super fucking important for immune system functioning. The liver is what clears the estrogen from our body. If we are not cycling naturally, we're not able to get all the benefits that these hormones provide. Like I said, progesterone is the calming hormone, the anti-anxiety hormone. Estrogen is the energizing hormone, the excited, the flirty, the outgoing, the sociable hormone. And if we're not cycling naturally and we're on hormonal birth control, we're not going to get any of these positive effects from each hormone. And therefore, we're going to actually start to feel that in our body. Our libido is going to dip. Our mental health is going to take a toll, because these hormones are so interlinked to how well we feel in our minds, how confident we feel, how connected to ourselves we feel, how sexually activated we are, how connected we are to our partners. Did you know that when we are on hormonal birth control, it changes the chemical nature of our pheromones? Pheromones are the hormones released through sweat that signal between two bodies that there is an attraction. It is the underlying sex hormones that create that attraction, that chemical attraction, the chemistry. But when you are on hormonal birth control, your pheromones are completely messed up. And therefore, you are sending out the wrong chemical attractor signals. And therefore, you will be attracting a mate that is not in alignment with your natural pheromone profile. Studies showed that when women are on the pill, they are not able to pick up on biomarkers of testosterone, meaning that they are not able to pick the correct mate, because when you're on the pill, you don't have natural estrogen. The natural estrogen in a woman's body reads and connects to the testosterone in a man's body. This study showed that women's abilities to recognize biomarkers of testosterone in relation to a suitable mate were skewed and corrupted, whereas women off the pill were able to naturally select physical biomarkers of the face that were in alignment with higher levels of testosterone and therefore higher levels of fertility in a mate. Please let me know if you found this video helpful. Please let me know what you learned. And yeah, let's debunk gynecological myths together. Let's reclaim our sovereignty and our natural hormonal health. Peace.